Super Bowl. A lot of excitement here, of course, in the New York area. One Richard Sherman makes $550,000 a year. That's peanuts compared to his brethren who defend at quarterback. Mr. Sherman, of course, and select other Seahawks and Broncos. They'd like to win the Super Bowl for their team, but also for their future livelihood. It's the business of the Super Bowl. We try to do that here at Bloomberg. Neal Pilson joins us. Pilson Communications, of course, former president of the esteemed CBS Sports. Eugene Lee is here, agent for selected NFL players as well. Neal, let me go to you as well. This Super Bowl, it's a big deal. What's different this time around for us and for Mr. Sherman?
Well, Mr. Sherman made quite a splash. He's one of many athletes that have an opportunity in the Super Bowl to elevate their level, to go from $550,000 to a major contract that Mr. Lee may be in a position to negotiate. It's a great platform. It can also burn athletes. Athletes that don't do well on the Super Bowl could have issues. And finally, the NFL is all about performance. If you perform well in the Super Bowl,
you get it done.
Right. And if you don't, you're done.
Gene, how come cornerbacks never go to Disneyland? It's always a quarterback that's going to Disneyland.
The quarterbacks are known as the leaders of the team. I mean, you look at Super Bowl winning quarterbacks of our generation.
Sure.
Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Roethlisberger.
There's that Peyton guy.
The Manning brothers, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean, team owners will pay for players who can help them hoist the Lombardi Trophy.
New York Giants co-owner Jonathan Tisch and the New York Jets owner Woody Johnson joined us on Bloomberg Surveillance earlier this week. We asked them about the Super Bowl matchup this Sunday. Let's listen to what they said.
Right now is ensuring that people get to the game safely and in a manner where they are pleased. We've lost half of our parking spaces, and we are calling this the first public transportation Super Bowl, and so we are doing PSAs. We're really getting the word out in Seattle, in Denver, that when you come to town, you better have a plan on a bus, on a train to get to MetLife Stadium.
Is this Grand Central Station and over you go? Penn Station, over you go?
There are a variety of different points throughout Manhattan, throughout the 5 boroughs in New Jersey about how to get to the game.
How are you guys getting to the game?
On a bus?
Yeah, we're probably going to go by bus. Bus or train?
Bus from New York?
Yep.
And you're going to take a bus over?
From Penn.
Yep.
Penn Station, go right to Scott. There you go.
Woody Johnson, one of our themes here is inequality. The 1% will fly in. Where do all those private jets end up?
Any place they can get in. I mean, that's...
Seriously, I mean,
I think there'll be a lot in Teterboro. I mean, there'll be in all the major airports. You know, Teterboro probably taking the bulk of them, but that can only hold X number of them. So it's going to be Newark and Kennedy LaGuardia.
Who are you most excited to see play on Sunday?
Well, I mean, I think that both the quarterbacks. I mean, you've got the old and the new. Peyton Manning, not old age-wise, but old style-wise.
Yeah.
A pocket quarterback versus a, read option quarterback with Russell Wilson. To see him, he's only 5'10", so he's a new style.
New style. Johnson and Tisch taking the bus. Can you imagine? I wonder, though, back to Richard Sherman. They mentioned the quarterbacks. Well, Richard Sherman really making a name for himself after the championship round. Is his agent fielding sponsorship endorsement deals already?
I think the endorsement side is going to really drum up after the Super Bowl, depending upon how he plays on Sunday. Now, the renegotiation is where he can really cash in. Under the new CBA, a drafted player can renegotiate his rookie deal after his 3rd season. Now, the good news for Richard Sherman is that this is his 3rd season in the NFL.
So his timing's perfect.
Exactly. When $550,000 is a lot of money. However, when you compare the fact that he's making less than the $10,668,000, which is the franchise tender for cornerbacks in the NFL, he can really cash in.
Neal, you and I go back to the Giants, the Colts, ancient games from an ancient time. There will be massive billion-dollar renegotiations. What do you perceive to be the new for the television wars of football? Will the numbers just get more stupid?
Well, we're going to find out in the next few days. The NFL has put its Thursday night package up for bid. I haven't seen the results of that yet. I expect the numbers are going to be very high because you will use that to build other assets, to build a new channel, to grow their ratings and to grow their business. So the future is up. The merger supports the NFL. It supports live sports. It's the hot property right now.
Have you been pleased with Fox Sport 1 initial rollout, the Fox Sports product, the new threat to ESPN? Is that going to work?
It's going to work, but I don't see it as a major threat to ESPN. ESPN is so secure that I think they're going to do just fine. But there's room for new channels. Fox is very aggressive in promotion. It'll work. They'll do fine.
room for new channels, but when people talk about football, they always come back to that idea of any given Sunday. There's parity in this league, unlike any other professional sports league. Eugene, what can other sports leagues learn from the NFL when it comes to negotiating contracts and making sure that every team has a good chance of getting to the Super Bowl at the start of a season?
Well, the NFL draft really helps ensure parity in terms of teams that do the worst get the higher picks. So every year when they
But isn't that the case across other leagues too?
That is to a certain extent, but the new salary cap instituted under the new CBA ensures that teams really don't have to break the bank on rookies.
Very quickly, we need some predictions here. Seahawks, Broncos, come on.
Seattle, go with defense.
Go with defense.
Eugene?
I have to go with Seattle. Cold weather game.
Really? Oh, this is.
I don't know. I'm going to have to root for the Broncos. Yeah. In honor of Michael McKee, and also because the Seahawks defeated the 49ers. So, got to go for the Broncos.
I should say this. I'm having an all Velveeta party.
It's only you and yourself, right?
Big spender.
All Velveeta party. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate you coming in as we look to the Super Bowl this Sunday. Eugene Lee and Neal Pilson.
And of course, the Super Bowl is